Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome to an unexpected extra sort of Fallout 4-ish video anyway, because there's a Fallout 4 loot crate. I didn't order this, Claire got this for me as a present. She saw how excited I was about Fallout 4, which is very sweet of her. So I've got a Fallout 4 loot crate. Luckily, I hadn't actually seen what any of the other kind of loot crates had in them, so this is all going to be a surprise to me. So I am going to do one of those unboxing videos that I've never done before, and I don't really watch them either, so I'm not really sure how you're supposed to do them. But I'm going to guess what you do is you like open the box, or you open the box. Hang on. Okay, I see there's like a sticky thing. Hang on, I'm going to need scissors. There we go. I could only find nail scissors. I couldn't find any proper ones. Okay, it says flip me inside out. And would appear to be a nuker fridge, so we'll construct that later. So I'm guessing the way this is supposed to go now is like I don't show you the box, because that would show you what's in it. I like get the things out one by one, so that's the thing I'm going to do. So there's a dog wearing goggles, which is, I admit, I find a little bit strange, because like I've been paying quite close attention to the trailers for Fallout 4, and I don't remember the dog ever wearing goggles. So the goggles kind of... Oh, the goggles come off. They can just kind of sit on his head so he kind of looks like cool and badass like that. But he's clearly got a German Shepherd's mark. He's got a bandana. Does he have a bandana in the trailer? Hang on. No, I just checked all the pre-release photos that they've released of the dog, and in none of those photos does he have a bandana on. Why did this dog have glasses in the back? Is this a leftover dog from a different marketing campaign? Was that like a film with a dog with a bandana and goggles? Hang on a minute, I need to find this out. Okay, I can't find any obvious matches, but I'm distinctly getting the feeling this is not actually a dog meat toy. This is a toy that was produced for something else where there was some excess stock, where for some reason the dog had goggles and a bandana, because as far as I can tell, the Fallout 4 dog should not have goggles or a bandana. So, however cool the dog is in Fallout 4, he's not as good as the merchandise version. So, okay. There is a collector. Hang on, I need to let the camera focus. I don't know how to use this camera, it's Claire's, I'm just borrowing it. There's a collector pin set featuring Vault 111, Red Rocket, Vault Boy, and the Brotherhood of Steel. Those feel quite nice, actually. They've got, they're quite well enamelled. Just have a poke at them. Yeah, they're fairly well enamelled. They're a little bit thin, to be honest. They're a bit slim, so they feel a bit lightweight. It would be nice if they were a bit thicker, so they had a bit more weight to them. Many years ago, I actually had a job where I used to buy merchandising things. I kind of acted as a buyer for merchandising. I used to kind of order pins sometimes, and like, these ones are alright. The quality's pretty good. It would just be nice if they had a bit more heft to them, because they just don't feel that heavy to me. Oh my god, there's coasters. I love coasters. I'm not even being sarcastic. Coasters are my favourite thing. Ask anyone who knows me in real life. I have so many coasters. I have more coasters than I would ever need, just because I like having coasters around. These are okay. So we've got, oh, so they're kind of they're not like porcelain coasters. They're kind of, ooh, it almost feels like the 111's about to pop out. Is it? No, it's got a bit of a dip there. Vault Tech Industries. That one's probably the nicest, actually. That one's actually pretty classy. What else have we got in here? Nuka-Cola Pin-Up Girl. And the classic Vault Boy. I'll admit, those would be nicer if those were actually, like, proper porcelain. Or at least, like, proper kind of, like, wood. Obviously, I've got a proper coaster right here. This is an old favourite of mine. This old kind of owl design. The thing is, a coaster ought to, like, have a bit of thickness to it and be made of proper... not just made of, it's like plywood or something. But, like, when you tap it on the thing, it should feel like thick and meaty. I've never really kind of seen a coaster that's like a material before. It's a little bit flimsy, to be honest. So it would be nice, like, I don't expect them to be porcelain, though it is nice if they can be porcelain. Porcelain's excellent quality. So I just went to grab like a porcelain one I've got, and you can kind of see the thickness there. Those are pretty darn thick, and yeah, those feel proper solid. And like another one I kind of brought in there. It's kind of this like little purple star, and you can kind of see those are pretty much the same thickness. So if I put like the Fallout one on the left next to like a traditional porcelain coaster on the right, you can really see the difference in thickness there. So these just feel like that's a little bit light. That's a little bit kind of light. I'm not sure that actually is as great as a coaster. It might be, I mean, it'll be useful. I'll get used to them. I do like a good coaster, but a coaster I feel like should be a bit more solid. Okay, I'm going to stop talking about coasters now and instead unroll a couple of the posters that came in here. Alright, hang on. You know, with a pretty famous scene of the power armor, kind of the Brotherhood armor just kind of hung up in the garage, which obviously, well, I'm guessing we'll discover relatively early in the game. I can't just lay this one down, by the way. This was rolled up in a thing, so it kind of refuses to stay still. Hang on. I found a use for the coasters. And a Nuka-Cola pin-up girl. Arguably yet another example of Nuka-Cola over-promising in their advertising campaigns. Because I'm pretty sure Nuka-Cola doesn't actually allow you to go into space. Also, that's a really, really terrible idea for a jetpack. Hang on, let's just zoom in on the jetpack here. If she were to actually fire that jetpack right now, then all the kind of the thrust would basically be directed in this direction, straight into her arse. She would actually burn her own arse off. Nuka-Cola, you have not put much thought into this marketing campaign, alright? I know she's got a cool, refreshing Nuka-Cola right there, but that's not going to do her much good when she doesn't have an arse. Okay, this one's going to take... Oh, blimey, this one's going to take some showing. There's a big Brotherhood of Steel thing. Hang on, I'm going to hang this up and use the camera. Yeah, it's a massive Brotherhood of Steel flag, except for one rather odd thing about it. Which is the only two ways you can actually attach this to anything, aside from just, like, you know, nailing it or pinning it to a wall or something, is you've got these two holes up here. And, like, between that and this material, because this isn't like a material fabric flag or anything. It's a kind of a glossy material. And these two things, I don't know, is this a shower curtain? I'm kind of feeling like this might actually be a Brotherhood of Steel shower curtain, which if so is a little bit odd. But I'm not sure whether this is just a common thing for hanging flags. I generally don't hang flags up. I'm not exactly the most patriotic person in the world, so I don't generally kind of hang much in the way of flags. But yeah, I don't know if this means... I mean, it feels, the material feels like a shower curtain. For the moment, it's become a really massive, epic dog cape. I've just checked the little brochure that comes with it, and it does very clearly say that number 3 is an exclusive Brotherhood of Steel flag. Together with a rather unusual description text, we already know how fiercely you guard your smartphone, so why not go all in and swear your allegiance to the Brotherhood of Steel? Which is a very unusual, logical step. They follow it up by saying, so you can protect and preserve all pre-war tech, but still, that's a bit of a stretch. But yeah, if this is supposed to be a flag, it's a very odd choice of material for a flag. It's like, I would have thought if you're going to do a flag, you'd do a proper, like, fabric, kind of a proper, like, fabric flag, not like, it genuinely feels like a shower curtain, which is interesting. Next up, it's the Vault 111 laptop bag. This feels it's got a good heft to it. It feels like it's got a bit of weight to it. Hang on. Then we will say for a laptop bag, it's a little bit lacking in pockets. There's like this main pocket for the laptop. Then you've just got like these little pockets for like little bits and pieces on the front. Then you've got a zip bit here. But that's literally it. And so there's no kind of like subdivision into different areas within it or anything, which is a little bit disappointing. Like I've seen better quality laptop bags. And then probably the big one, the Vault 111 hoodie that's here. This feels quite nice actually. The embroidery, the little kind of 111 on the front, that's actually nicely done. That's kind of very thick and well put together. That's nice. And there's a little kind of Fallout power symbol on the zip, which is quite nice. Hang on. There's only one way to test a hoodie. I think there's actually pretty good workmanship on that. It's not the thickest fleeciness in the world. It's kind of more of a light fleece than anything else. Like I've got the Many a True Nerd hoodie, the one kind of sample that might become merchandise at some point whenever I kind of get around to actually doing Many a True Nerd merchandising. I've got the one sample Many a True Nerd hoodie, and that is that's kind of thicker and warmer. This is really more appropriate for like spring and autumn than winter. Really, I think it's kind of this. You'd be a bit cold just wearing this certainly. But the embroidery is nice, and I will say actually that the actual hood itself, there's actually a really that's kind of nice and fleecy. There's actually quite a bit there, so actually it will probably do you pretty good protection against the rain, which is good. And then finally the box, which gets turned inside out to a Nuka-Cola thing. I've clearly got that wrong because that's the bottom, but I don't know where this bit goes. I guess that bit goes in there. But I did that at the top, and I don't know where this flappy bit goes because that doesn't have a. But it's gonna take a better educated It's gonna take a better educated person than me to figure out how the Nuka-Cola thing's supposed to go. So there we are, ladies and gentlemen. That was the Fallout 4 loot crate. There's some interesting stuff in there. The hoodie's pretty good quality. The pins are quite nice, and I'll definitely kind of put them up. The Nuka fridge, well, that's just a nice touch. That's just kind of them doing nice work with the packaging. The dogs, well, the dog's a really good quality toy. It's just slightly mysterious that there are clearly accessories on him that are not in any way related to dog meat, which is kind of unusual. The flag's probably the low point to it. I'm not really kind of it's not really a good material for a flag. Maybe this is how flags are in America. I don't know. Are your flags kind of like this kind of shiny material? I'm not sure. I've always kind of assumed a flag ought to be a kind of a bigger, heavier thing. Especially the Brotherhood of Steel. The Brotherhood of Steel is a big, serious military organisation. I feel like they should have a proper, hefty material flag to them. So the flag's probably a little bit disappointing. As are the coasters. Coasters should look like this. They should be like porcelain, have some weight to them, and just kind of be proper heavy. Those will just feel a little bit flimsy. But then, you know, they're coasters. I enjoy a good coaster. Sorry, I forgot to put the laptop bag in the background there. Yes, the hoodie's pretty decent, and the laptop bag's alright too. So yes, there's some nice stuff in there. There is a nice stuff in there. So I just thought I'd show that off. Apparently there's a genre of video where you get a box of things and you take the things out of the box and describe the things. So that's the thing that I've just done, though I'm not sure I'm going to make unboxings a regular part of the channel. But anyway, yes, there you are. That was the Fallout 4 loot crate. That's alright. That's alright. I mean, I think I've heard that they're planning like a Mass Effect one. Like, I probably wouldn't buy one for myself. Here, because like I don't know what the Mass Effect ones cost. I think I heard it was actually quite a bit. So I probably wouldn't buy one for myself, but I will say it's a lovely present to receive. It is a very nice present to receive. So if you have a fellow geek or nerd in your life, yeah, I think maybe a one-off loot crate is a very nice little present to receive. Anyway, I do hope this kind of fills the gap as we eagerly await Fallout 4 launching for real early next week. And in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, I've been John. It's been many a true nerd, and this has been my little unboxing video for the Fallout 4 loot crate. Thank you very much, and goodbye.